When did your mom's happiness come at the cost of your own? When I lost my mom at 17 in a crash she caused, something inside me shut off. I stopped believing anything good could stick around. So when Denise showed up and adopted me, I tried to believe the comfort was real, even though I knew better. Denise told me she picked me because I reminded her of her daughter Lila, who died years before. She spoiled me like I was a replacement. She stocked my favorite snacks, bought clothes, and acted like she'd always wanted me. Still, something about the way she looked at me made it feel like she was seeing a ghost, not a person. Soon, Denise started dragging me out to salons. She talked up how much it would mean to her if I lightened my hair and bleached my eyebrows. She told me I'd make her so happy, and she needed to see a little bit of Lila again. If I hesitated, she'd sigh and ask why I didn't want to make her happy. The first time I sat in that chair, I watched chunks of my hair fall from the intense chemicals and saw Denise smiling. She chose outfits for me, dresses that still smelled faintly like dust and old perfume, and posed me in front of the mirror like she was trying to rewind time. After a while, nothing I did was enough. Denise started dropping hints about my nose, saying it wasn't quite right. I brushed it off until one night she crept into my room after I'd fallen asleep. I woke up to pain like fire ripping through my face. She stood there with a hammer in her hand, breathing hard, whispering it would be okay, that she'd fix everything. I screamed, clutching my face and feeling the thin bones in my nose loose under my skin. She pushed my shaking hands away and pressed a bag of ice against me, stashing the hammer behind her back as if I didn't already see it. She brought me to a clinic after lunchtime, held my hand and told the nurse exactly what to do and how she wanted my nose fixed. I laid there numb, face throbbing, while Denise explained that this was for the best. She said now I'd really look like family. My reflection after the bandages came off was someone I only recognized in the pictures scattered at home. Denise just kept grinning, stroking my hair like I was a doll she'd fixed up. She thanked me for bringing her daughter back, and that's when I knew I had to get out. I spent weeks quietly researching, forging forms for emancipation at the library after school. I waited until Denise was out at a dinner party, packed the essentials, and slipped out. I left behind every dress and photograph she'd ever given me. At a group home, I got work at a diner and earned my GED. I spent my free time sketching people in the park, studying the differences in every face. I liked how different everyone looked, how they had a unique identity, which was something I lost. There was even a cop who passed by often and complimented my drawings. He'd always stop, make small talk, and sometimes leave coffee for me on the bench. Nearly 2 years passed, and for the first time I started to feel something close to peace. However, one Saturday, I sat by the fountain sketching a family when Denise appeared out of the crowd. She grabbed my wrist, nails digging in sharply, and hissed, "Come home, Lila." I shouted back, "I'm not Lila," and yanked my arm away. She slapped me hard across the face and spat that I should remember what happens when I refuse her. Denise got louder, yelling for help, crying that I was her daughter and she just wanted to take me home. A couple rushed over and stepped between us. More people gathered, watching. Denise tried to force past them all, still reaching for me with wild eyes, screaming that she'd just find another girl if I wouldn't come. That's when the cop I knew ran over, pulling her away as she kicked and shouted for Lila. The people around us backed him up, telling him what they'd seen. He called for backup, and Denise kept fighting, calling the name of her deceased daughter until he finally got her cuffed and led her off through the crowd. She was out a few days later. I never really knew if she'd come back, but I still went to the park, still filled my sketchbook, still watched the crowds, searching every face. Maybe she's somewhere out there looking for someone else to fit her mold, but a darker part of me wishes she'd hurry up and join her daughter already.